Hey, so my name's Charlie, I'm a middle distance runner from Norfolk, and today I'm going to be taking you through a quick warm-up routine that you can do at home to incorporate into your training as a middle distance runner this winter. Now, personally, I believe that it's very important as a middle distance runner to keep your fast twitch muscle fibres activated even throughout the winter. Perhaps this can be just once a week, and you add something to your training a little bit quicker, maybe some strides, some speed endurance intervals or some hill sprints at your target 800 or 1500 pace. There's lots of benefits to this, but it really means that you can hit the transition between cross country and track a bit harder than if you hadn't done this throughout the winter, particularly if you've just focused on cross country and you've got to run some qualifying times early in the season, for example English schools or English nationals. It just makes that transition a lot easier and the speed is less of a shock to the system. The drills are really good as well for controlling the movement and keeping those fast twitch fibres activated, being a good warm-up for your session, hill sprints, tempo run, etc. You can do this rig on its own or before a session, and if you incorporate it into your routine, you really see the benefits of the drills and plyometrics come through when it comes to speeding up and getting on the track. Now, as you can see at the moment, I'm just rolling out, focusing on the key muscle groups and trying to get all into the muscles. So we started off with the calves, then we progressed onto the hamstrings, incorporating the IT band as well. We've done the glutes, we've tried to do the inner quads, we did the lower back, and now we're focusing on the back, and this just helps sort of roll out any cracks, but also elongates the muscle and relaxes it before your training session. So it's really good to do this before and after a session. First drill, so single leg knee raises. As you can see, it's slow. I'm holding it for about 3 seconds and I'm trying to make it as controlled as possible. Trying to focus on my form as well as I'm doing it. So this is a progression of that. So this time I'm raising the heel. So it's sort of a calf raise. As you can see, it's not that easy. I'm just trying to keep my balance here. But essentially, yeah, just a progression on the previous drill. Third progression, single leg knee raises, but this time it's quicker, more of a bouncy feel to it. And then this is 1-2 bang, that's what I like to call this drill, but it's essentially the same thing. I'm going 1-2 and then raising the knee very quickly and sharp. Elf walk, focus on this is to try and pretend the floor is essentially lava. Try and pick them up quickly. I know I'm going through these quite fast. Single leg raises, stretching out, hip flexors. At school you might have called this kick your bum, but essentially it's just trying to practice that movement. One up and one out flick. Again, stretching the groin and adductor, abductors. This is the single leg and extension drill. But as you can see, I'm trying to be really bouncy on my feet and still controlling that movement. This is up and then up out flick. I think it's called a B skip. And then putting those all together, it's the up, out, and then out and flick. As you can see, I'm trying to be as bouncy and as smooth as possible when I'm doing this, but also making the movement deliberate and controlled. Starting off now with ankling, so I'm trying to keep on the ground and I'm progressing that into a jog. Gradually getting faster, and this should progress into knees up at the front and then moving forwards into a stride. This is elf walk, but this time progressing it into a stride. Then we've got strictly come dancing, but essentially imagining that there's a hurdle there. You can do it both ways. So every time the leg comes up and over, you just got to imagine that there's a hurdle there. Again, this is the hurdle drill, but without hurdles. So idea is, as soon as that foot touches the ground, you want it straight back up again, and you're trying to be as bouncy and on your toes as possible. Now this is a really cool thing that I like to do in the gym. This is a BOSU, and at the moment I'm trying to get balanced on it, make sure I'm comfortable on it, and now I'm going into a single leg. Can I get balanced on it? Yes I can. Single leg, and I'm just making sure that I'm controlling that movement whilst I'm touching the weight on the ground. This is working all the micro muscles in the ankles, and if I'm shaking, that essentially means that it's doing something. But adding the BOSU in there makes it quite difficult. So now, this is how you get off a BOSU, but I'm switching legs. It's harder than it looks. And this will be a single leg squat, just down and trying to keep balanced. Hope you've enjoyed the video today, and if you are a middle distance runner and will incorporate this into your routine, it'd be great to hear from you. But yeah, this is what I do as a middle distance runner as part of my warm-up routine. Best of luck for the winter training season, and bring on the summer.